Almost 2 years ago, Silent Whisperer released an elite Guardian farm tutorial, which I instantly built in my world, but since then, it has remained the same. Ugly and without a single decoration. So today I'm going to do something about it by making it look like I'm floating above the void. Of course, we will need to remove the water that's around it, and to do that we obviously can't use sponges, so we're going to use big and wide flying machines. Let's do it! Before we can construct the machines, there are 3 farms we will need to build in order to get the materials. These are cobblestone, iron, and squid farm. Cobblestone in order to make pistons and observers for the flying machine. Iron to get iron. Squid farm to make black ink to craft black concrete powder. We won't need to build farms for honey and slime because they are already in my world. Okay, cobblestone farm, let's go. I was about to say that I didn't know where to build it, but I now actually do, so I won't say that because we're going to build it right here because no mobs spawn. So first let's get rid of the mushrooms, and then let's flatten the ground a little bit. And I'm once again getting helped by Foxy's awesome texture pack that shows chunk borders. It's so useful. So I think I'm going to build 1 module in each of these 4 chunks. So let's start building and then I'll explain how it works. So, how does this farm work? It's pretty complex. First, it generates stone with lava and water. I don't know why I said that. Then this stone gets pushed by pistons into a wither cage where we shoot snowballs at the wither so it destroys the blocks that are around him, and then the drops get collected by the storage. It's pretty simple. And for anyone curious about how I managed to get bedrock, both tutorial I used to get the first 2 pieces and to dupe the rest are both in the description, although I don't think they still work. But before we build the storage, I need a new armor. Let's try emerald. Anyway, let's build the storage. And as you can all see, the farm's now fully operational, which means we can move on to collecting the second item we'll need, which is iron. And for this one, I'm going to first build it and then do the explanations. Let's go. So I think I'm going to build it right here, and as you can see, I've already collected the materials. Wish me luck. And as you saw it in the time-lapse, the farm's now fully finished. Wow, man, it feels good to have iron. I've had this shitty iron farm for like 2 years in this war, which barely produced any iron, so it feels really good to have a sustainable source of iron now. Three things I need to mention before we continue. First, in the time lapse it says the farm produces 9,000 iron per hour and has 480 villagers. That's not the case right now, because I realized when I put the first 80 villagers, I realized I already had enough iron for this episode, so I kinda don't need to spend the farm. Don't worry, the remaining villagers will be put into the farm, just not today. I think we could add 80 more villagers every episode. This way this farm gets finished before next year, I hope. Probably not, but I'll try to do it, because I really don't have much time. Second of all, why is one of the 4 towers made out of prismarine, while the other are made out of dipslate? That's just because I didn't have enough dipslate, and I had 50,000 prismarine blocks, so I took them, and yeah. Third thing is why in the time lapse you saw that there was water behind this same tower. That's just because I'm an idiot and I fucked up when I saved the structure with a structure block in a creative copy of this world to make the time lapse using the animation feature of the structure blocks. The farm was off-centered by 1 block, so the walls behind the water did not get saved, so I'm an idiot. But yeah, that's not the case in the survival world, so that's not that big of a deal. Oh, and by the way, the farm was designed by GWatts and a couple other people. Huge thanks to them for the work they did, because I would not be able to design this myself, and they especially made village stacking process so easy that the farm would almost be easy to build, so yeah. Huge thanks to them. Great, now I think we can continue by building the squid farm we are seeing behind. So, you already know we need a squid farm to get black concrete. That's why we're also going to get 30,000 sand and 30,000 gravel to make 60,000 concrete powder to cover the walls and floor of the guardian farm. And actually, now that I have all the ink I need, let's do it. The method I used to collect sand is called place TNT every 8th block in a 2-block deep hole in a desert, and that get over 12,000 sand per hour with it. I did the same with gravel, but I ended up mining it with a shovel and taking it from my martering farm, since this method was significantly slower for gravel. Then I crafted it all up into black concrete powder using the 10k ink I had get from the squid farm, and we were ready to place it. But before we do that, I need to remove water in a 180 blocks diameter around the farm, and also remove the ocean monument below it. So instantly I got to work by just flattening the floor of the ocean, then clearing the water using cleaning machine. I first needed to collect materials required to build these machines. Using the farms I already had, I crafted a shulker box of every material the flattening machine required, which was pistons, observer, sticky pistons, honey blocks, slime blocks, building blocks, and a bunch of terracotta. And I haven't been able to record the water being clear because I had like 10 FPS when the machines were running, since they are pretty big. But basically what I did is I ran one big machine from here to there, then another one from here to there, then another one from there to there. Then I ran a 6-block stall machine in front of the farm, which allowed me to remove its walls and floor, which allowed me to drain the remaining water. And to destroy the temple, after that, the farm was looking like this, meaning we only had one thing left to do. It was to place down over 50,000 concrete. Unfortunately, I forgot to record me placing the walls because I'm lazy, but now the only thing we have left to do is to cover the floor into black concrete. Now let's transform it into black concrete. And now, we're done.